I lost 50 pounds on a plant-based diet, and this meal that I'm sharing with you today played a huge role in that. Not only am I gonna be showing you how to make this step-by-step, I'm gonna be sharing with you why this meal and other meals similar are so great for weight loss and make it easily attainable. So make sure you stick till the end or stay till the end of this video so you can hear what I have to say about that, because it's pretty important. Hey guys, my name is Tia and this is Full On Plants. If this is your first time here, I would love to see you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon and stick around. I love to show you how you can feel full and live full really easy on a plant-based diet. If that sounds good to you, like I said, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon and join this awesome community. Like so many people out there, I spent years, even decades, yo-yo fad dieting. I was constantly hungry, never satisfied. I really couldn't ever keep the weight off until I figured out this one trick. I realized I didn't have to eat less food. I had to be smarter with my food. I could actually eat more food, and this changed the entire thing for me. I was broken free from the dieting chains, finally. I was able to be satisfied and full and keep myself in a calorie deficit, which is what matters for weight loss. So I can't wait to show you this meal. Let's just get right to it. I start with 3 Yukon Gold potatoes. I wash them, pierce them, and microwave them for about 8 minutes or until they're fully soft. You can cook these any way you want. If you want to do it the day before, put them in the oven and then store them in the refrigerator for the next day, that's fine. If you want to bake them ahead of time, you know, whatever floats your boat. I find putting them in the microwave is just the quickest. And then while those are cooking, I finally chop up zucchini, dice half of an onion, and get out some frozen sweet corn. You can also use drained canned corn if that's what you have on hand. It doesn't really matter. I just keep frozen corn all the time. I'm also gonna use this 3 pepper blend. Now you can put any veggies you want in here. This is just what I choose to do and I find it comes out delicious. So I saute the onions and zucchini first in a little splash of low sodium soy sauce, no oils needed. And then once those begin to soften, then I'll go ahead and add the frozen corn and the frozen peppers because those are already cooked, those just need to defrost. And so I do the onion and zucchini first because those are hard, raw veggies. And then if it looks like it needs a little more liquid, I just add a little bit of veggie broth. I don't do more low sodium soy sauce. You can, but I find it just ends up being a little too salty for me, so I just add a little bit of veggie broth. I then add in a little nutritional yeast, cover it up, and let everything cook until the veggies are tender. And when the potatoes are ready, I split them open and top each with 2 tablespoons of hummus. My favorite is this balsamic caramelized, that's hard to say, this balsamic caramelized onion hummus from Cedars, although I really can't find it anywhere lately. But you can use any kind of hummus you like. I also love the oil-free or the low-fat Cedars hummus as well. I love kava hummus. They have an oil-free one. It really doesn't matter. I only put 2 tablespoons on here, so if you can only find a hummus with a little bit of oil, that's fine. The 2 tablespoons, you're not really using a lot anyway. You can also make your own hummus. If you go to fullonplants.com and go to my blog, I have a recipe for some homemade hummus that's delicious. Next, I pile on the sauteed veggies and then I drizzle with sriracha sauce and it's ready to eat for me. For my husband, I sometimes add vegan mozzarella or even regular cheese since he's not vegan. But again, for me, I just put sriracha on the top and it is perfect and delicious. This is such a hearty, satisfying, oil-free meal that's quick to put together, absolutely delicious, and have I mentioned, excellent for weight loss. Now this meal works so well because you have plenty of potatoes and veggies giving you that fiber boost and those comforting, satisfying carbs. Then you add a little bit of the creamy hummus that gives you the perfect amount of healthy fat. And I want to mention that the potatoes and the veggies themselves add together to over 15 grams of protein. So we also have a good amount of protein in this meal, and all together you are going to feel satisfied and filled for hours. Now, if you do want to add some extra protein to the meal, go for it. You can add some beans on top. Chickpeas would be a great addition, some edamame. Just know that you're gonna have a little more calories in this meal, but that works just as good. And since this meal is made with whole foods and no oil, it is actually low on the calorie density scale and high in volume. So what that means for you is you can eat more and weigh less. That is the key to easy weight loss, where you feel satisfied and you're not hungry. All right, so now let's talk about some of the tips and tricks that I want to share with you that are going to allow you to eat more food, feel satisfied, and lose weight. First up, we're gonna crowd out the calories. So you probably see or have seen here on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, a lot of influencers, especially plant-based dieters who are trying to lose weight, will do, the 50-50 plate, or they'll put a lot of non-starchy veggies in their meal. And what they're doing is they're crowding out the calories of the meal, because non-starchy veggies are actually pretty low in calories. They offer a lot, or most of them offer a lot of water that helps fill you up, and a lot of fiber. And so you are crowding out the calories of your overall meal, still getting to eat a lot of volume. So let's say, for instance, you have a big bowl of pasta, okay? Big bowl of pasta. And the whole bowl of pasta is about 700 calories. Well, so what you can do if you still want to eat the pasta, but you're trying to lose weight, is take half that pasta out the bowl and replace it with some non-starchy veggies. I would probably do like a veggie mix of peppers and broccoli and zucchini. You could do just broccoli. You could do just cauliflower. You can do any veggie you want, but you're replacing half of the pasta with the non-starchy veggie. And so what's happening is you're eating the same amount of volume, right? You're eating the same amount of food, still that big bowl of food. You're just eating way less calories because you took away half of a higher calorie dense food, okay? So what was a 700 or 800 calorie plate of pasta now becomes probably a 350, 400 calorie bowl of pasta with some veggies. So you are eating less calories, still eating a ton of food, still getting to eat your satisfying pasta. It's a great trick. Now, another thing you can do if you don't want to add the veggies or even fruit sometimes for breakfast into the meal is you can preload with veggies or fruit. Right now, I'm actually eating this apple before I have lunch. I'm having a little tofu and rice, and I don't want to add veggies to it. Sometimes I just don't want to do that. It ruins it for me. I'm just not in a veggie mood all the time, and I don't want to add it to my meal. So what I will do to help fill me up before I eat the meal is I'll eat a low calorie whole food like an apple. Sometimes I'll eat like a couple little Persian cucumbers. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. But preloading veggies or fruit is a great idea to, again, allow yourself to eat more food but way less. And I am just loving apples right now. I'm not a big apple girl, but I have been this summer. All right, next, watch your toppings. I'm talking about dressings, sauces, nuts, seeds, avocado, things that you would put on top of a meal. You want to use those sparingly. I like to treat those as condiments for a meal because those things have a lot of calories for a really small amount of them. So my tip would be for any kind of sauce or dressing, Try to do an oil-free one, a lower fat one, so you can use a little more of that without adding in a lot of calories. Things like avocados, nuts and seeds. I'm not saying don't eat those. Those are great for a healthy diet. I'm just saying those are higher in calories, so you don't want to be eating a whole avocado at a meal or a whole handful of nuts and seeds. That is so many calories. You can get the same health benefits from a smaller amount of the same things. I like to treat these, like I said, as condiments. If I'm eating something like lentil marinara, I'll put like a fourth of an avocado on top of that. If I'm doing like a Thai dish and I want to put some peanuts on top, I'll take like a tablespoon of peanuts, maybe even 2 teaspoons of peanuts, and I'll chop them up real fine, sprinkle that on top. So yeah, your toppings you want to watch out and use sparingly. Now, speaking of the oil, because I mentioned with the sauces, I would probably go for an oil-free sauce. If it were me, and this is what I have done to lose 50 pounds, I would just skip the oil altogether. Oil for 1 tablespoon is 130 calories. And that doesn't offer hardly any volume that's gonna keep you full. It's just empty calories. Now, I know some of you believe that oil, like olive oil and other oils, can be healthy for you, but we don't need the oil. If you want the benefits from olive oil, just eat some olives. You know what I mean? Like God gave us the olive to get all the nutrients from the olive with the fiber in there and the phytonutrients, but oil takes all that out and just extracts the fat. Like you get a little vitamin E in there or whatever, but we don't need the oil. So if you're trying to lose weight, if I was trying to lose weight, I would skip the oil altogether, save on those calories for sure. Okay, now here's a fun one, dessert. I'm not saying don't eat dessert. In fact, I eat dessert, and I did eat dessert when I was losing weight all the time. But one trick that I did was I made dessert part of my meal, because think about it. If you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then you are like jonesing for something sweet and you want a dessert, you're adding extra calories to your day, and you're probably gonna knock yourself out of your calorie deficit. So what I do, if I know I want a piece of chocolate cake for the day or banana bread, I make that part of my meal. So I would make that my dinner, okay? The chocolate cake, a slice of chocolate cake would be my dinner. I would add some non-starchy veggies to that with maybe a little bit of my oil-free cheese sauce that is linked below, and that would be my complete meal for the day. Now, does that have the profile for, you know, protein, fats, carbs? I don't know, but for that one meal, I'm okay with eating dessert with a side of broccoli, you know, to help myself satisfy what I'm wanting and still be able to lose weight. So I'm not saying do it all the time. I'm just saying if you are wanting dessert and don't want to go over your calories, consider making it part of your meal. All right, now I hope you found all this information helpful. If you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and drop it down below and let me know what you found helpful, what you're gonna try to implement right now. And I do wanna say this, if you don't want to think about what to eat, right? Like that even, it just sounds like a pain to have to just build your own meal and think about a weight loss meal. You need to check out my Healthy Vegan Reset. It's 50% off, and I share with you not only a 28-day meal plan, okay? So I just tell you what to eat, but I give you my full workout plan, okay? So that's resistance training, my walking routine. I even share with you every single thing I did to lose 50 pounds 6 years ago and keep it off. So make sure you check it out. I put a link in the description. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be seeing y'all in the next video next week, next Saturday. Okay, bye.